Turn on subtitles for better understanding. The Maya civilization was one of the most advanced cultures in ancient America. It flourished in Central America for centuries. The Maya built great cities and temples. Their achievements still amaze people today. The Maya lived in parts of Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. Their land was full of forests, rivers, and mountains. They used these natural resources wisely. The region helped their culture grow strong. The earliest Maya villages appeared around 2000 BCE. People learned to farm maize, beans, and squash. Farming gave them food security. Villages grew into towns. Society became more organized and complex. Over time, the Maya developed writing and art. They carved symbols on stone and painted walls. Their writing system used hundreds of signs. It recorded history, religion, and astronomy. Knowledge became a mark of power. Religion was central to Maya life. They believed in many gods connected to nature. The sun, rain, and maize were sacred forces. Priests led ceremonies and sacrifices. Faith guided their daily actions. The Maya built impressive temples and pyramids. Cities like Tikal and Palenque had tall stone structures. These buildings honored gods and kings. They showed the skill of Maya builders. Architecture became a symbol of greatness. Each city had its own ruler and government. The Maya were not one united empire. Instead, they lived in city-states that sometimes cooperated and sometimes fought. Power shifted between regions over time. Trade connected Maya cities. Merchants carried jade, obsidian, and cacao beans. Roads and canoes helped transport goods. Trade brought wealth and new ideas. It linked distant communities together. The Maya were excellent astronomers. They studied the stars and planets carefully. They created calendars to measure time. Their calendar was more accurate than many others. It guided farming and rituals. Mathematics was another great achievement. The Maya invented the concept of zero. They used symbols to count and calculate. This helped them build temples and plan cities. Science and religion worked together. Art was everywhere in Maya life. Sculptures, paintings, and jewelry showed their creativity. Artists used bright colors and fine details. Their art told stories of gods and rulers. Beauty was part of their culture. Writing was used by priests and nobles. They recorded events on stone monuments called stelae. These texts told of wars and kings. They preserved history for future generations. Knowledge was power in Maya society. The Maya also played a sacred ball game. Players used hips to move a heavy rubber ball. The game had religious meaning. Sometimes, losers were sacrificed to the gods. It was both sport and ceremony. Agriculture supported their civilization. Farmers used advanced techniques to grow crops. They built terraces and irrigation systems. Maize was the most important food. Farming fed cities and armies. The Maya had a complex social structure. Kings ruled with help from nobles and priests. Below them were craftsmen and farmers. Slaves worked in temples and fields. Each group had its role in society. Women played important roles too. They worked in homes, markets, and sometimes politics. Queens ruled in some cities. Women helped preserve traditions and family life. Their influence was respected. The Maya reached their peak between 250 and 900 CE. This period is called the Classic Age. Cities were large and full of life. Art and science flourished. The Maya were at their strongest. Tikal was one of the greatest cities. It had huge temples and palaces. Thousands of people lived there. Priests studied the stars. Kings ruled with great ceremony and pride. Other cities like Copan and Palenque also shined. Each had unique architecture and art. They competed for power and prestige. Rivalries sometimes led to wars. Yet culture continued to grow. The Maya built roads through jungles and hills. They connected cities and villages. Travelers carried goods and messages. These roads showed their engineering skill. Communication was essential for trade and unity. Religion remained the heart of their world. Temples were centers of life and ceremony. Priests performed rituals to please the gods. People believed balance kept the world safe. Faith guided every action. The Maya calendar marked time in cycles. They believed history repeated itself. Each cycle brought renewal and change. This idea shaped their view of destiny. Time was sacred and eternal. Art and writing continued to evolve. Murals showed daily life and royal events. Books made of bark paper recorded wisdom. Few survived the centuries. But they reveal a rich and thoughtful culture. Trade expanded across Central America. Maya merchants reached distant lands. They exchanged goods with other cultures. This contact spread ideas and technology. The Maya influenced many neighbors. However, around 800 CE, problems began. Cities started to weaken and decline. Wars became more frequent and destructive. Resources grew scarce. The balance of power slowly disappeared. Environmental changes also hurt the Maya. Long droughts reduced crops and water supply. Famine spread across regions. People left cities to find food. Nature challenged their survival. Political struggles made things worse. Kings fought for control and prestige. Common people lost faith in rulers. Rebellions broke out in some cities. Unity was broken. Trade routes collapsed as cities fell. Merchants stopped traveling safely. Economies weakened and hunger spread. The once great civilization began to fade. Its golden age was ending. By 900 CE, many great cities were abandoned. Temples stood empty in the jungle. Nature slowly covered stone buildings. The Maya world became silent. Its power was gone. The reasons for collapse were complex. Historians still study them today. War, drought, and politics all played roles. No single cause explains everything. It was a slow and painful decline. Yet the Maya people did not disappear. Small communities survived in villages. They kept traditions and language alive. Their culture continued quietly. The spirit of the Maya endured. Centuries later, new powers arrived. Spanish explorers reached Central America. They found ruins of ancient cities. The Maya resisted conquest bravely. Their history amazed the newcomers. The Spanish destroyed many temples and books. They wanted to erase old religions. Much knowledge was lost forever. But some Maya wisdom survived. It passed through generations. Modern archaeologists study Maya ruins. They uncover temples, tombs, and carvings. Each discovery reveals new secrets. Science helps understand their world. The past becomes clearer every year. The Maya calendar once caused fascination. People thought it predicted the world's end. But it only marked a new cycle. The Maya saw time as renewal. Their wisdom was misunderstood. Today, millions of Maya descendants live in Central America. They speak ancient languages. They celebrate traditional festivals. Their culture remains strong and proud. History still lives through them. Tourists visit Maya sites every year. Places like Chichen Itza attract crowds. People admire the pyramids and carvings. The ruins tell stories of greatness. They connect past and present. The Maya civilization teaches many lessons. It shows how humans can build beauty and knowledge. It also warns about imbalance. Nature and society must stay in harmony. Wisdom keeps civilizations alive. The rise and fall of the Maya remind us that power is never permanent. Even great cultures can decline. But their ideas and art can survive. Memory keeps them eternal. The Maya left behind temples, art, and mystery. Their story is one of brilliance and loss. They reached great heights and faced great challenges. Their legacy still inspires the world today.